Guards, boss, this girl is sent by Miss Lisa, he said. Boss, he said and got left. Then look at you from head to toe. You were standing there with your head low. He checked you out and said with a dominant voice, Tai, what's your name? My name is Ryan. He said in a low voice without lifting your face. I wait for you to lift your face after your answer, but when you doesn't, he said further. Tai, okay, you know about my identity, right? I'm Mafia King, Kim Thyong, and you have to work as my personal maid. Fine, yes, sir, he said, she said, still facing the floor. Tai, okay. Then he pointed toward the old lady and said, take her to her room and tell her everything she needs to do. He said to the old lady without looking at her, lady, okay, master, and she left toward you and said, lady, let's go, dear. Vine finally took her gaze off the floor and looked at the lady, then silently went with her without saying anything. I looked at your fading figure and called Lisa. Lisa picked up the call and said, Lisa, hello, pa. Sai, send me all the biodata about the girl, and he cut the call without saying anything further. Lisa understood his asking for wine data. She has already arranged for it as she knows Taeyong will definitely ask for it. So she sent it to him immediately. Lisa is Tai's cousin. She's his uncle's daughter. She know about his mafia business, but they are not involved in it. Lisa's father run a jewelry business as he want to live a simple life away from mafia shit. Due to that, Thai's dad became the heir of Mafia King position that he later gave to his only son Kim Taeyang, who trained as a mafia hire from the age of 16. He's specialist in shooting, even though he learned other skills too like fighting, hacking, and so on. But he's pro in shooting. No one can beat him in that. Till now, he didn't even miss a one shot. He's known as a devil in mafia world due to his ways to torture his enemy. He have different ways to kill and torture his enemy. But his most popular way is putting his enemy in a boiled water. Later made him drink the same water. Till now, he committed many crimes but never get arrested. Yet I got all the details of Wine. He opened the folder and looked at each information keenly. Picture, name Wine, no surname. Parents died in accident, orphan, brought up in a orphanage, age 24, height 155 centimeter, innocent kind girl. I read all the information, then again his eyes went on the picture. On the top of information, he looked at it for a while, then abruptly locked his phone and looked away. Here, Ajuma bring Mayan to her room and said, Ajuma, and dear, this is your room, and the work you need to do is cleaning of master room, taking care of his clothes, taking care of his food, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Also, you need to do any other work that master will ask you to do. Okay? Fine. Okay, Ajuma. Ajuma. Okay, then you stay here. I'll bring some clothes and food for you. Wine. Okay, Ajuma. Ajuma was about to go when Wine said, Ajuma, Ajuma, yes, dear. Wine, can I have your phone? I need to talk to my friends. Ajuma, oh, of course, but don't you have a phone? Wine, no, I don't. Ajuma, oh, in this era you don't have a phone? Huh, it's okay. Here, take it. She gave her phone to Wine and left to bring her necessities. Wine called Lisa. Lisa, hello. Wine, hello, Lisa. It's me, Wine. Lisa Wine, thank God you called. Are you alright? Mine, yes, I'm okay. Lisa, okay. It's best for you to stay there. It's most protected place, okay? You'll be safe there. Fine, but I'm scared, Lisa. What if he found me? Lisa, don't be scared, Ryan. You're safe. Besides, no one have asked you to enter a mafia king's house. Why? But what about him? What if he got to know about what we are hiding from him? I think we shouldn't lie. Lisa, don't be stupid, Ryan. Papa won't find anything, and I already changed your biodata. Now stay there and do one thing he tell you to do. One, okay. Thank you so much, Lisa. You helped me a lot, Lisa. It's okay. You're my friend, and now stay safe. And don't contact me again. It can be dangerous for you. One, Okay, thank you again. Bye, Lisa. Bye. After cutting the call, when look at her room, it was pretty beautiful. Till then, Ajuma came and said, Ajuma, wine, this your clothes and food. She said, placing the food on the side table and asked the other girls beside her to place the clothes on the bed. Vine nodded her head. Juma, okay, then rest for today, and from tomorrow you can start your duty. The first thing you have to do is making coffee for master, and after that make breakfast. And after he left eating, you need to clean his room. Okay, Vine again nodded her head. Ajuma understood she doesn't talk much, so she just looked at her and then left the room with other maid who came with her. One ate her food and sat near the window. She started to look at the evening sky. Cold breezes were hitting her face, making her hair dance along with the air. She quietly sat there, enjoying the air without caring about the pair of eyes that caught her attention. I approved. I was talking with a client about weapons deals. Slowly, I started walking toward the backyard. As I got out the car and turned back to go to mansion, my eyes caught fire. She was sitting near the window. I stared at her and got lost. She's ethereal. Her doe innocent eyes, cute nose, rosy lips, everything attracted me. She's looking divine. It's my first time seeing her face as she put her face down whenever I try to look at her. She's beautiful. I was looking at her when she got up and left. I got out of my trance and looked at her. Why am I getting attracted towards her? I was never like this. I never got interested in any girl. Then why she's attracting me? Is I'm falling in love? No, I can't get attracted by her. I can't love her. I need to stay away from her. I am a mafia king. I can't fall for a normal girl. I need a strong queen for this cruel underworld. She can't handle the cruelness of it. I need a strong and bold girl. Yes, it's my type. I should stay away from her. Saying this, he went to his room. It's a night time. Mine went to sleep, thinking about her new life. This is going to be started from tomorrow. She looked at the dark sky from the window beside her bed and fell asleep. On the other hand, Taeyong was sitting in his room. There was a laptop in his lap. He's too concentrated on typing something on the keyboard. After some time, he took his laptop and put it inside table and stretched his limbs. He looked at the clock. It was showing that it is 2 a.m. at the night. They got up and went to balcony. He looked at the moon. He always admired moon. It's so beautiful and peaceful, right? Always shining brightly, unlike his life. That's totally dark. Since childhood, we want to have a peaceful life. But we know, right, that we don't choose anything in our life. Life chooses everything for us, and that's how it happened with Taeyong too. He doesn't want to be mafia ever, but this profession chooses him. He's a very cheerful person, but this mafia world changed him. He won't have become a mafia if it isn't about his parents' life. His enemies killed his mom after he refused to be mafia. Getting a chance, they want to acquire this position. That night was worst life of his life. He lost his everything that night. His mother, childhood, cheerfulness, and at last he became the cruel monster that people know as a devil. The one reason of his cruelness is also the cruel animals that he lived with. He was thrown into the den of hungry animals by the people who should protect him. That's how he learned to survive in this cruel world, as he always lived with cruel animals, surviving there, saving himself from being their food. These all things made him devil, a real monster. Thinking about his life, he went to washroom. After getting freshened up, he laid on the bed and looked at the ceiling, trying to get his sleep. It's his daily routine. He barely get a sleep of 2 to 3 hours. He tried a lot of therapies, but nothing helped. Now even sleeping pills don't help him much. He tried drifting to sleep. At last, in the early hours of morning, he got his 2 hour of power nap and got up, then left to get ready for his office. After he returned, getting ready, he saw a coffee on his table, picked it up, and took a sip. It's delicious. He never got such an energetic coffee ever. That's when he remembered about wine. It must be her who made this coffee. He drank the coffee and went downstairs. As he was going toward the main door of mansion, when he heard a beautiful voice from behind that made him stop on his track. Master, breakfast. It was low voice, but enough for him to hear clearly. It was melodic. The voice was so soothing that made him fall on his steps. He looked back and saw Vine standing there with her head low again. It's always frustrating. Why don't you look up? He turned around and went to her, then stand in front of her and said while looking at her. Wine, master breakfast, she said, still not looking up. Tai looked at her for some time. He waited for her to look up, but after she doesn't, he went toward the dining table silently. Wine also go behind him and start serving him his breakfast. After he sat down while serving breakfast, one hand touched thighs and a current ran down his spine. But it didn't last long as Vine immediately backed away, flinching slightly. I looked at her and then again looked at his plate to eat. It was fried rice, kimchi, and japchae in breakfast. I took the first bite of fried rice and immediately swallowed it. It was so delicious. He went to many countries and ate fried rice made by professional chefs, but it never made him crave for more. But this time it did. He ate all the breakfast, even took second serving that he never did before, shocking other maids. But he cared less and ate everything with his famous black face. After eating, he looked at Vine and said, "It's good." And without looking at anyone, he left for his office. Other maids looked at Vine with shocking expression, who was looking at the gate from where Tyle left. Well, they were shocked because their master never compliment ever. Even if the food is made by a professional chef, he still neither complimented nor took a second serving. Vine looked at them. They all were staring at Vine. Some was astonished, some jealous, some actually shocked. Vine felt awkward. She looked at everyone, bowed, and then left. She directly went to the room that Ajuma showed her during morning, and she bought the coffee for Tyrone in his room. She went in and started cleaning the room. Firstly, she cleaned the wardrobe, then took the mop, and after cleaning the floor, she was going out when suddenly door got opened and she bumped with the hard chest. She was going to fall, but a hand around her waist stopped her from falling. She slowly opened her eyes and looked at his eyes. They both were staring at each other without blinking. They both were lost without caring about the surroundings. Suddenly a voice made mine broke the staring contest and she backed away. She bowed a little and said, "One, I'm sorry, master." Tai also got out of his imagination world when Wine backed away and said, "Sorry." Tai. He just hummed and went past Wine to his study table, and after taking the file, he glanced at Wine, who was still standing near the door with head bowed. Looked at her and left, leaving her behind, staring at his leaving figure. After Thang left, Wine also took a deep breath that she don't know from when she's holding, and again started dusting the room. On the other hand, I went to his office. Right now, he was sitting on a chair right in front of his laptop. But his attention was not on his work. He was time to time checking the clock on his table. He couldn't wait to get out of office and go home. Typo. What happened to me? What's wrong with me? I love my work, thrived on the challenges and the rush of endline that comes with making deals and closing contracts. But today it all was just frustrating me. I feel like getting trapped here. All I want to go is home and see wine. But why? I want to see her? Why her thoughts are not leaving my mind? Why I want to go to her? I just want to go home to her, but why? For what? I just don't know. It's all frustrating. I know I shouldn't forget my sole purpose of staying away from her. I shouldn't get attracted to her cause she's not made for this world. My world, which is only filled with power hungry animals and bloodthirsty creatures. They don't care if it's woman, child, or old. They can do anything to get this mafia position, this power. I need to stay away from her. I can't make her in danger just cause of my just mere attraction. Got up and left hobbies. He can't concentrate on anything. Needs to get away from these thoughts. He need to take his mind under control. And the only one thing that can now help me, it was already evening and he drove fast on his push and directly went to bar. It was his own bar, so he directly went to VIP section and ordered his drinks. It's been 3 hours, all he's doing is drinking. He checked the time, it was already 9 at night. Normally he returned home by 8 p.m. after completing office as well as mafia work. But today he got late, but he cared less. It's not like someone will be waiting for him there, but that's when my face came in front of his eyes. Like, I forget her. What relation you have with her? She's just a maid and you're mafia king. She's innocent and you're devil. You're no match for her. He got up and went to his car. He was totally drunk, but still he drives back to his home as the road was totally silent due to the night. Moreover, his mansion is totally outside of city area. Crossing the forest, he reached home and opened the door by his finger lock and went inside. It was all silent in the mansion. There was no one waiting for him, all alone. Well, whom he is even expecting to wait for him? He directly went to his room but saw the lights of his room were on. He got alerted as he knew that servants will always off the lights and close the door of his room before going to servant quarter. It could be his enemy, but his enemy isn't fool enough to on the lights and wait for him. But still he can't take risk even though he have such a brilliant security to never let trespass his enemy, but still he took his gun out of his waistband and held it near his face. He slowly started taking steps toward his room, but before he could point his gun at the intruder, he saw a small figure sleeping on floor while placing head on the couch. He got closer to look at the face of the person. It was Vine. What is she doing in his room? He thought. He put his gun in the drawer of his bed and went to wine. The alcohol was showing its effect. He started feeling little dizzy, stumbled upon a table which broke the slumber of wine. She quickly got up and looked at Ty, who was also staring at her with the strange eyes. His eyes held different kind of emotions. He again started walking towards wine and stand in front of her, then sat. Wine again discarded his eyes from him and looked at the floor. They're getting some courage, she said. Wine. Ajuma said to wait for you and give you the dinner at night if you return before 8. But I don't know how I fell asleep. How I slept. I'm sorry, master. I'll bring your dinner here. Saying this, she was about to go toward the door without looking at him, but before that, Thai pulled Wine on his chest and hugged her tightly. He snuggled in her neck and stayed there while hugging wine from her waist. Her small figure was completely held in his arms. Wine got froze on her place. She got numb. It was so sudden for her that she didn't even get to protest or think anything. She was just standing there looking shocked as hell. But finally, when she registered everything, she tried to remove him from herself and said, "Fine, leave me, master. What are you doing?" she said, trying to push him, but he was more stronger than her. He hugged her more tightly and said, "I'm asking the same wine. What are you doing with me?" said in a drunk voice. "Wine, master, you are drunk. Please leave me," she said. No, plead him to leave her, but he was not in his senses to listen to anything. But suddenly Tang leave her and she started going to door to escape from there, but I closed the door and look at her and start feeling scared. As Taeyong was drunk, they start taking steps toward her while she start backing away from him, but she stumbled with that and was going to fall, and in the process of saving herself from falling, she put her hand on Tai's chest, who also fell on bed with her. One was under Thai while Thai was hovering over her. They both were staring at each other, but suddenly Thai felt dizzy and fell on Wine. Wine looked at him and got shocked. "Wine, master, what are you doing? Please get up from me. Please leave me," she said, trying to push him from top of her. She was frightened. She don't know what to do. She don't like physical touches, but his touch is not making her feel uncomfortable. But still, she doesn't want to be appear as someone who is trying to seduce her master. She doesn't want to tag as a slut. She knows that Time is drunk. When he will wake up, he think about her. She's not that kind of woman. All she wants is peaceful life. Now that she got it, she doesn't want to do anything that will bring more problems in her life. Beside the one she's already dealing with. She tried hard to push Tai off from herself, but Tai, being drunk, put his head on her lap and struggled into her wax, was trying to find comfort in her. That he got, which made him immediately went into his deep slumber, putting his all body weight on Mine's little figure. After struggling hard to push Thang off from her, when she doesn't got succeed, she stopped her tryings and sat there silently, waiting for Thang to come into his senses and leave her. But the next action of his make her again froze. He started going upward and struggled into Wine's neck. He held Wine's waist and slept while cuddling her. But that action of his make Wine totally numb. She was staring at him with wide eyes. She didn't know what to do. She tried everything to wake him up, from shaking her to even shouting his name, but seems like he isn't in the mood to leave her. Why would he even do it? After all, he got this deep and comfortable sleep after years, which made him totally unaware of his surroundings. But it was not the case with Vine. She just wanted him to leave her. She was staring at his face while he was sleeping, hugging him like a child. After some time of staring, Vine also started feeling sleepy. She tried hard to control herself, but at last sleep took over her and she also fell asleep while putting her head unintentionally on Thang's back and hugging him back in sleep, unaware of the consequences that will come after this action of hers. But whatever it will be, Tang got the best sleep of his life after years. To be continued, what 36437.